Hello and welcome to Y'all Sample That, a show where I make new songs out of weird things. I got a Super Nintendo Classic recently, and I've been doing nothing but playing Super Nintendo games, so I decided why not sample a bunch of Super Nintendo games. So I took a bunch of these samples from games on the SNES and on the Super Nintendo Classic, and I'm going to sample all of them, starting with this sound from Mario World. That's the sound when Yoshi stomps on a bad guy, but that's also the sound of kick drum a little bit. Maybe pitch that down a little bit. Now we need a snare, and what I'm using for a snare is this sample from Final Fantasy VI. It's the sound when you run away. I'm just gonna get that last sound from it. Gonna bring the tempo up a little bit. Now, these sound okay, but I really think they would sound better with a little bit of effects on them. First off, I'm gonna put an auto filter on that drum to get rid of some of the high end. That snare, I'm going to fade it out a little bit more. And then add in some reverb. We need a hi-hat. For the hi-hat, I'm going to use this sound from A Link to the Past, of just Link hitting with the sword, just like a good little sword hit sound. Now, we have this sound from Super Metroid. It's the sound of a power bomb. And that's exactly the sound of build-up. I want to add in a little bass line, just a little bit of a bass line, and I'm going to get that from Star Fox, from Falco's voice, which I'm just going to drop into a simpler, and then hopefully that sounds okay. I want to add in a main melody with this sound, which is just the sound for Mega Man X when you charge your Buster up. Okay, I just had this really great idea with the Mega Man charge sound, and it's going to be great. The snare needs a little bit more of an edge to it, and I'm going to get it from the second part of this Riding Yoshi sample. Only not with that reverb on it. Now, I need to mess with a sample that I haven't messed with at all, which is maybe the worst sound in the history of video games. Baby Mario's scream. This wouldn't be I'll sample that if I didn't try to sample something that I had no idea what to do with. So let's see what we can do with this scream. This ending part of it, I could use that as like a little percussive thing to add in some rhythmic interest. And that's all the sounds I have. Okay. That's my episode of Yeah, I'll Sample That. A little bit shorter than other ones, but I think I turned out a pretty nice beat. I think that beat's dope. What do you think about that beat? Do you think it's good? Leave a comment about what you think about that beat. Thanks a lot for watching and for listening, and I'll see you next episode. I'm gonna go play more Super Nintendo. I have a lot of fun. Bye.